أهلا بكم من جديد. مكياج العروس ما يبدأ ليلة الزفاف، بل يبدأ التحضير ليه بقبل بشهور، لأنه صحة البشرة ونضارتها تلعب دور كبير في مكياج العروس، وكمان الأسلوب اللي حيتبعه خبير المكياج.
Actually always advise not to go so much on trends for your wedding. I always think it's important to keep it more something that describes who you are, because you want to be yourself on that day, just a bit more glammed up. So I always suggest that it's a look that you think, okay, if I see myself in 20 years from now, I will still like the look I chose. So you can go maybe liner is something that is always in. So if you like an eyeliner with a flick, you can use that for your wedding, and I'm sure you'll still like it 20 years from now. But maybe if you've never worn a red lipstick, for example, I always say don't do that on your wedding day, because you're gonna feel uncomfortable. Even if it's a trend, you know, don't do it, because you're not gonna feel like yourself, and then you're gonna regret using the red lipstick. So I think it's not so much about trends, but more about being yourself and trying to use colors that suit you, things that you know you're going to feel comfortable in, and something that's going to be transcend, something that's not dated. There is a you could say like a pre-preparation, exactly as you mentioned, for the skin. But I always say it comes from the inside out. So it starts with healthy nutrition, drinking lots of water, trying not to have lots of sugar, because people don't know this, but sugar is like a huge cause for wrinkles. So it's very important what you eat and to drink loads of water. And then if you want to talk about regimens of what you can do to moisturize your skin and all that, I would say it's important to use natural oils just to keep the skin very, very hydrated. People tend to be scared about oils because you hear the word oil and you think your skin is going to be oily, but it actually balances the oils in your skin, as long as it's something natural like argan oil or stuff like that. And then it's also important to get a really good sleep. That's also like a big, big thing. If you want to use any face masks or dermatologic treatments, you need to be sure that you still have time before your wedding. You don't want to be doing it very close to your wedding, because sometimes you can have a reaction in your skin and not have time for it to go away. So it's very important not to try new things if it's very close to your wedding day. But if you have time to, like you have a year from now that you're going to get married, then you can try new stuff and see if it works for you, and then use that regimen very close to your wedding so that your skin looks perfect. For the eye makeup, I love on brides using, it can be any shade because that's more your taste, but I like doing kind of a very subtle look, nothing that's too out there, because again, you want to be able to see it in 20-25 years from now and still like it. So you don't want to go with anything that's too trendy. But also, as I mentioned before, for example, on my wedding, I did a smoky eye because I regularly wear a smoky eye, and I went like for a black, dark smoky eye, but you see the pictures and it's me, you know? So it doesn't matter as long as you feel comfortable with the look. As for lashes, I'm a huge lash fan. I think it makes a very, very big difference, especially in the pictures. It's important that they're properly placed so that you can't see that they're there, but that they open your eyes. So yeah, I think each makeup artist should know which eyelashes to put on which bride, because it depends on your eye shape, on your eye size, even on the eye makeup you're doing. Because if it's something that, for example, I don't want to be doing a very sophisticated eyeshadow and then covering it with the lashes. So if I did something on the eyes with the eyeshadow, I try to use lashes that are a bit shorter just to give volume, but not to cover what I did on the eye makeup. Regarding lipsticks, it's much about trends, but more about what you're doing on the rest of the face. So if I did a very dark eyeshadow, I regularly try to do a more soft lip, because again, it gives a bit of balance to the face. And the other way around, if the focus is going to be on the lips, then I try to do a more subtle makeup on the eyes. And I also suggest for the brides to have like a translucent powder with them during the day that they can use to just pat to set certain areas in the face that maybe were a bit oily during the day, but it shouldn't happen. When the skin is well prepped, that should not be a problem. But it's still good to suggest for them to have it in their purse just in case.